Hey, what's up, frijoleros? Welcome back to another episode of the Bean Dip Podcast. Thank you guys for making it back for another episode. Some fucking breaking news. My Instagram account got hacked. Yeah, because I'm a hack. Yes, I fucked up. One of my friends on Instagram was messaging me saying that they wanted me to follow another page of theirs, and like they had sent a link or whatever, and I was just like, well, why don't you just send me a friend request or request me from that page? And I guess I was just giving that profile the benefit of the doubt because I know them, they're a friend. So what happened was they sent the link. I kept pressing the link, but it wasn't doing anything. And they're sending more messages about how to recover the Instagram. But I was like, what the fuck is going on? Long story short, I got logged out. Whoever was doing whatever, they changed they changed the email from my original Instagram and changed another contact, my phone number. So I couldn't even recover it. It's gone. So that original one was Russell N90. Block it. Report it if you can. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, go ahead. If you can virtually rape that page. It deserves no respect anymore. But yeah, so it's gone, and my new one. I made it on the fly. I made it today. It's the name is Russ Comedy, RUSSCOMEDY. I'll put that at the bottom of the link or of this video. Put it down in the description. But yeah, so things are happening every day. I'm gonna have to get all those different. Just build up I gotta build it up again. I think this one will be better though, just because, that original Instagram page was just my personal Instagram page. So I don't think the name itself kind of gave much of a like, oh, what is this? Like, is this comedy or whatever? I don't know. But whatever. I'm gonna make this one better. I think this one will be more focused around my comedy and the podcast. I'll probably start posting up the episodes and all that. We'll see. In other news, if you guys tuned into the last episode, there was something else got hacked. My show got hacked, 15 minutes in. We had my friend, aka comedian, aka Jules Velasquez, creator of the Secret Comedy Show. We're here chilling doing the episode, and she had brought us goodies like some joints, and we were drinking beer, and the show was getting started. We're getting into it, and 15 minutes in, we hear a voice. Marlene! From the outside. We're like, what the fuck? Holy shit. Marlene! It smells like weed! And we're like, oh, fuck. Holy shit. So it was my girlfriend's sister. We live behind them. And, I guess, we smoke in the room all the time, but I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened, okay? We have a fan in the room, and whenever I smoke a joint, it's specifically only a joint because of the amount of smoke that comes out of it. I have a window fan. Right now, it's actually pointing inwards, so it's blowing the air from outside inside. But when I smoke, I flip it, so it sucks the air from inside and blows it outside. So all the smoke just gets blown outside. But this time, the show was already going and we're talking, and I just didn't want to interrupt the show just to move the fucking fan. I didn't want to mess up the momentum. So I was like, fuck it, like in my head I was like, it doesn't matter because we smoke here all the time anyway, and they never say anything, and I guess that decision bit me in my ass. I mean, it wasn't a huge deal. It didn't like screw up the whole show. Good thing my friend Jules, she's been in the game for like 5 years. She just like started talking again, and just we got the episode going, and it was a great episode. It was fun, a lot of laughs. It was cool. But yeah, I just wanted to fill you guys in on that little thing. It was kind of funny. I just didn't know what to do. I thought about editing it out, but I was just like, no, let's give everybody the real thing, let's let them know what really goes on here. But yeah, so yeah, fun episode. Hope you guys get to check it out. But yeah, man, what's up with Texas, huh? And guns. I don't really know much about the last thing that went on, but I guess like this young guy, he just went off, on a school. Texas shooting, and then supposedly the cops, they lagged it to enter. Let's see, news about Uvalde, Texas. Yeah. So I guess this guy, 18 years old, his name is Salvador Rolando Ramos. He fatally shot 19 students and 2 teachers and wounded 17 other people. And this was at an elementary school. That is wild, bro. Texas, get it together, bro. Get it together. You guys are refusing to kill babies, but allowing to kill children. Doesn't make any sense. Not you guys are against abortions, but for school shootings. I do not understand. And I was talking to some coworkers about this, and the funny thing about these shootings is like, sure, it's like one tragic story that gets pulled out, but there are literally hundreds of school shootings that go on in this country. I'm going to look this up right now, but what I was told the other day was one of my coworkers looked up how many school shootings California had, just this year alone. I think it was like 200 or something, like 220. I'm going to look that up right now. Jamie? Oh shit, I guess Jamie works for Joe Rogan, not me. Shootings in California. Not 2021. Why the fuck would anybody look up 22? Mass shootings. I don't see California. Yeah, I don't see the states. Let's see. Texas has seen the most school shootings since 2012, followed by California, Illinois, Florida, and Pennsylvania. That's shocking. The only thing I think that I can like honestly, I guess what I think why California is up there in numbers, is just the fact of how many people are in this state. I can't imagine like, this only happening in certain states. Like, I'm sure this just happens. Like America, like, I guess I feel like the two main things that people really only care about is freedom of speech and, freedom to have guns. And I think, when a country prides itself on, the accessibility of guns, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's bound for some tragedy, you know what I mean? For some accidents, and yeah, it's terrible, dude. Like, Who knows what was going on with that guy, like the 18-year-old, to go into an elementary. You know what? Were you bullied by a third grader? You know what I mean? Like his neighbor was a kindergartner that punked his ass. What happened? You know, why I'm eating a grape, by the way. Why an elementary school? You know, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, why not a high school, but I'm saying, why not pick on somebody your own age? You know, you're an 18-year-old, take it to high school, buddy. A lot of those parents hate their own kids, you know, so take it to a high school, you know. Leave these little kids alone out here. These guns are too heavy for them to even lift. Most of the time they blast their own brains off. You know, so pick on somebody your own size. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Don't let the gun make you feel like you're a bigger person. Cause like the thing about like those kind of weapons, like guns and knives, you know, it's a tricky situation, you know. I have a coworker who his friend was, you know, so we all live in Montebello, California, Los Angeles, California. And I guess, you know, there's a lot of gangs, a lot of crews, a lot of tagging crews, a lot of all that stuff around here. And so my friend / coworker has a homie who was going to be in an area that I guess he's not supposed to be in. You know, and I'm sure there's going to be some listeners out there that are like, yeah, well, I could be wherever I want. Da, da, da. Like, I get it, bro. But when you're in that world of territory, gangs, you know, and that kind of identity, like, I'm sorry, dude, like, you got to watch your back and you can't be dumb. So they knew, he knew he was going to be in an area that he wasn't supposed to. And, you know, my friend, I guess, just to help him out and to, you know, with whatever, he hooked him up with a weapon. Okay. And I guess what ended up happening, that dude that wasn't supposed to be in that area ended up getting jumped. I think 5 guys came and kicked his ass. And from what I heard, the weapon fell out of his pocket or wherever he had it. And I'm not going to identify the weapon, but, you know, based on what I say, you'll know what it is. And they, you know, after it fell out, they picked it up and they cut him with it 10 times. You know, I think he even had a punctured lung. If I'm not mistaken, I think they even went for his head too. They stabbed him all up all crazy like 10 times. They tried killing him, you know? So it's like, you know, I get guns and all that and weapons, but man, you got to be careful regardless. You know what I mean? I thought, you know, if I were to get a gun, I would want it for my house. You know what I mean? I don't think I would want to walk around the streets strapped. You know what I mean? Like putting myself in a situation where, you know, I just want to pop off with it on anybody that gives me the chance. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have it for my house, and because in my home, like, I might be in a more vulnerable situation, you can say. You know, like on the streets, if I'm walking, in my head, to some degree, I'm prepared, you know, for any fight in some way. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather, I don't know if that sounds right. I think I'd rather like get fucked up in the streets than somebody come and take advantage of me in my own home, if that makes any sense. You know, I don't want no fucking Richard Ramirez bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm asleep with my girl and some horny fucking murderer, you know, wants to cut open my stomach and fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not with that. You know what I mean? I don't roll that way. You know, that's not my sexual preference, you know? I don't want a cock going through my wound, you know? And then him slitting my throat afterwards. You know, that doesn't work like that, you know? So I want to be protected when I'm home. You know, because, hey, you know, I do live in an area where stuff like that can happen. You know, I mean, it happens everywhere. There was where was I? I think I was coming home from work. I don't really know where I was coming from actually, but you know, I'm crossing this bridge from Montebello to Pico Rivera, and I'm on one side of the bridge, and I see these guys coming out from underneath the bridge, and you know, I'm an idiot. I'm dumb. You know, I felt like I was gonna be more frustrated just turning around, you know, not going that way and having to go a longer way. You know, looking like a bitch. And that frustrated me. So I was like, fuck this. I'm going to go through them. You know, which is a big mistake. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I'm riding my bike and you know, it's 5 guys. And obviously, you know, they're going to stop me. They stop me, you know. I get off my bike. They question me if I'm like from anywhere. You know, from any gang, you know, any street gang, if I'm a tagger, and I let them know no, and obviously it still doesn't matter. So they decided you know, let's jack this fool. So they take my bike, they take my backpack, which my backpack really didn't have anything. I think it might have had some weed, but, and, or did they take my, I think they just took my bike. I don't remember exactly what, but they tugged on my bag or my shirt, and I moved away, and they threw a punch. They punched in my face. I ducked down and ran out of the circle that they were like encircling me with. I ran out, and this guy was chasing me, you know, just in case. And I was booking it just to get some distance, and I looked back, like, you know, motherfucker, if it was just you, you know, like, I'd beat your fucking ass, you know? Or I'll throw your ass over this fucking bridge or some shit, you know what I mean? Where are my Christians out there, you know what I mean? Taking a man's life, right? No. But I'm just saying, like, in that situation, what if I had a gun on me? You know? What if I had a knife? You know, like, I don't know. I don't know if those dudes would use it against me. Take my shit and just hurt me real quick. You know? It might be different living in Texas. You know what I mean? I don't know what gangs are out there, really. I don't know the street life out there. From what it sounds like a bunch of hipsters on cocaine, you know, out there. Maybe, from what I could see on, you know, I watch Kill Tony. Shout out Kill Tony. Dope ass podcast. You know, it seems like there's a lot of Latinos out there. You know, a lot of Mexicans. I'm not sure. You know, but yeah, I don't know how it is in Texas. I don't know the gang violence out there, but it's very prevalent over here. And typically, you know, residents, you know, over here, you have to think about that, you know. It's either, you know, it's just safer for you to not hold. You pretty much, it's safer for you just to get in a fist fight with the cholo. You know, you might even whoop his ass. Honestly, some cholos aren't even fighters. You know what I mean? You might be able to whip his ass, you know? So just be careful, guys. You know, I know it's always dope to have a gun, you know, and just pretend like you're really free or something. You know what I mean? You're just beyond free. You're just Mr. Freedom Man with your guns and your freedom of speech, you know? So just be careful out there. You know, there's always cause and effect, you know? It's not something you just want to get into just because people are telling you to do it. You know, it's and besides, it's like this thing about them trying to take away our guns. Dude, you know how easy it is to get registered? Like, I had a friend, like, kind of not like semi-bragging, somewhat bragging about it to me and my other homie on our group text. And it's not impressive, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like, dude, a mentally challenged person can become a gun registered owner. That's how easy it is, you know? A kindergartner who doesn't even know all of their alphabets can become a registered gun owner. A dog with half a brain might fail the test, but they'll get close. You know, they'll get close. They'll probably get like, you know, I don't know what the percentage of passing is, but say if it's 79, they would get 69. You know, which is a great number, but it's not passing. So it's very easy. Like, I just don't get why. I know it's like they say there's restrictions, but honestly, man, like, who wants a mentally ill person with a gun? You know? Most people who are mentally ill are not as cool as the Joker. Okay? It's uglier than the Joker. You know? It's sadder, honestly. That, you know, I just say that because it's like, you know, obviously that's like giving like I don't know how you say that. Not putting it in a brighter light, but, you know, you can kind of make it look better with the Joker. You know what I mean? Like, I have an aunt who was released without anybody's permission, you know, anybody of our family's permission. She was released from a hospital. I don't know which hospital exactly. And they just, you know, released her to the streets. You know, she's extremely mentally ill. You know, she's a drug addict, a sex addict. Or maybe just a drug addict, but she will do sexual acts for drugs. You know, it took my family like a week to find her, and from what I heard, there were these dudes that, so my family had put out like I don't know if they put out like, you know, when there's a missing animal. I don't know if they did that for her, but they went into Walmart and they were talking about it with some people, and I think a security guard might have recognized my aunt and threw her out of the store or something, and they could tell. He was like, holy crap, blah blah. Sometime later, these dudes, I guess, call my mom, I think, and they tell I'm just gonna generalize on my family. They tell my family that they'll kill my aunt if they don't bring them a certain, I think it was like $100. Like, these guys had to have been crackheads. $100? You're gonna threaten someone's life for $100? These dudes are on heroin. You know, these are the kind of people you give fentanyl instead of cocaine or 100. You just, bro, I don't have $100, but I got this bomb ass coke, and I got a lot of it. You hook them up, they sniff it and they die. You know, you take the aunt back, you take my tia back. You know. I don't know. It was a weird situation. I guess somehow they still got the money, gave it to these guys somehow, and brought my aunt back. Okay, and so the reason I say this is because my aunt, you know, if she doesn't take her medicine, she will go out, and maybe even if she does take her medicine, but she will escape to the streets, hang out with homeless people, do fucking all kinds of drugs, and maybe even sell her body for drugs. You know, she's threatened to kill people with knives when she wasn't on her medicine. You know, so it's crazy. It's tough. You know what I mean? Like, somebody who's extremely mentally ill, you don't want those people with guns, with weapons, period. You know? I don't know. It's a crazy world. I do want a gun. Like I said, I do want a gun, but I'm really not sure about just like being strapped anywhere I go. I would just want it at my house. You know? Just in case some supervillain tries to invade my home or something, you know? But yeah, fucking guns, man. They're crazy, and they're accessible. So my girlfriend showed me this show called Black Mirror. I had heard about it, but I never gave it a shot. And we were watching this episode, and it was based on, not necessarily based on virtual reality. It kind of was based on a lot of things. It was based on sexuality, the progress of technology, marriage, I guess you can say, and you just your everyday life. Who knows? You know, just always finding yourself. Anyway, and I've only seen this one episode. I guess it's like different stories for every episode. It got me, dude. That shit it fucked me up. Okay, so I guess like in the beginning, it's these roommates. You know, it's this one dude and this chick living in a room, and their roommate friend, and they're all cool with each other. And the dude with the girlfriend and the roommate dude, you know, they're buddies. They're good friends. They play video games. This kind of like this made up version, like Street Fighter type game called Viper X. I think that's what they called it in the show. And that's like their thing with each other, what they play with each other, you know? And time passes by. I think 10 years pass by. The couple, they end up getting married. I think they have kids. They pretty much have a decent life. You know, it looks like they have a home. They have one kid, married, good paying job. They look fine, you know? They look great. And the homie that was living with them, you know, I guess they fell out of contact, but still somewhat in contact. And he's doing his own thing, single guy, bachelor, you know, living his best life as a bachelor, you know. And, you know, it's some kind of occasion going on at the couple's house. I don't know if it's a birthday, it might be. But that guy comes through, says what's up to them, and, you know, kind of like catches up again. And he brings like this updated version, okay, to the homie of Viper X, you know, but I guess this updated version is virtual reality, okay? I guess this virtual reality, instead of, okay, you know, like in real life, we have these glasses to like enter that virtual reality of whatever the game you're playing. And this one, it's like a little button that you place on your temple, and it just sends you there. And also, let me just say this virtual reality, there's nothing virtual about it. It's another reality, okay? There's no pixels. There's no like, you know, fucking computer that's generating this shit. You know, it's an actual reality, okay? And so what happens is, you know, they're playing this fighting game, and, you know, the bachelor homie, he chooses this female to fight with, and the married homie, he chooses like this other guy to fight with. And they kind of spar, they fight for a second, they're getting into it. And out of nowhere, they fucking start making out, hands gripped on the female character's ass. You know, they rip apart from each other like, holy shit. They freak out, exit the game, and they're kind of fucked for like a week or so. And when that happened, I was immediately turned on. You know, like I couldn't help but think like, holy shit, is that all it takes to be gay? Like, just have my buddy become a girl, and even though it's a girl, I just gotta say his name. Oh yeah, Tom, I love your tits. You know, I don't know. It fucked me up though, because it made me think about like their two positions. Okay, the guy that was the guy character, it was weird for me to understand him thinking that like in his position he's gay because he's seen a girl character, okay, and he's fucking that girl character. The only thing is that in his mind, he knows that character is his male best friend. So that's the only kind of weird thing about it for me, is like, I think you can get away with, you can, as a straight guy, if you're trying to stay straight, I think you can get away with that more than the single homie who chose to be a girl and fucked a dude. You know what I mean? Because you're sucking that dick, whether you're a girl or a guy. You know what I mean? Who knows if he took it up the ass, but he also loved it up his pussy, you know? This dude was begging homie to have virtual reality sex in the show. You know, and they're struggling with their sexual identities. You know, the guy who chose the girl character, he is like, he ends up saying that he tried experimenting with different people. He even tried fucking a polar bear character because he just couldn't escape how good the sex was between him and his homie virtually. You know, and so I was just twisted, you know what I mean? Because it's like, in some way, I was being like, you guys got to get this over with and eat each other's ass. You know what I mean? Put your tongue in his booty to know that you are down for that shit for real. You know, because this virtual reality shit, although it might be exciting and thrilling, the reality now is what's more important. You know, that's what's prioritized. You were born into this one first. You know what I mean? So all your thoughts, all your lifestyle, the intellectual property of yourself resides here. Okay, in that virtual reality, that's just another place. You know, so, and really that's what it came down to. You know, because what ended up happening, they kept fucking. They were just like, yes, let's just keep on doing this. They loved it. And the dude who was the female character, it popped out of his mouth, but he said, I love you, to his homie. Like, and to me, it's just all so cringy. You know, the whole episode was hella cringy, but I'm not gonna lie, it had me not on the edge of my seat, but almost on the edge, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, what? But I was just like, oh, fidgeting in my chair. You know what I mean? Like I had to take a shit, but I wasn't gonna take a shit because I didn't want to miss anything. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. And it was just crazy. So these dudes, they try to meet up. They try to make it real. You know what I mean? Let's see if like we really are gay for each other. You know what I mean? They kiss, but it's bullshit. You know, like the single homie, he really wanted it. That guy wanted dick, and his dick, you know? That was true. And the other homie, he wanted his guy homie's pussy, which he doesn't really have, but he wanted it, you know? And I guess towards the end of the movie, the guy with the wife, he because they fought, they didn't really know how to deal with whatever was going on with each other, and he had to, like, I think, admit to his wife that he was in love with his boyfriend, or with his homie, that he was in love with his homie, you know, virtually. That's the weirdest part, is that it's just a virtual thing, you know? But yeah, and so really they don't really show you what they decide between the couple, the girl and the guy, but it seemed like they accepted it all. They're still living together. I think they just had another baby. They had like a party. And, you know, there he goes again, homeboys. It's probably late at night. They're putting the VR button on their temple, and they get back to, you know, virtually fucking. And it shows the lady, his girl, I guess while he's getting fucked by his homie, she goes out to a bar and is looking for a young cat. You know, not literally a cat, you know, for those of you who are wondering. Not a feline, a homeboy, a dude, you know, she was looking for some dick. But yeah, so that was a weird ass episode, you know. It had got me fucked up. Like, I was questioning my sexuality, you know, like, do I want to fuck a guy in a virtual world, but he's a girl? Is that hot? You know, does that get me turned on? You know, we don't know. We're not there yet, you know. We're still in pixelated virtual reality, you know. I need the real reality of virtual reality, you know. Let me have sex with a virtual female named Bill, you know. See what I like. I don't know. But they're coming, you know, Netflix has these like these shows that, I mean, so I think I'll watch more episodes of this, you know, Black Mirror. I thought pretty dope, you know, and they have something else on there called Love, Death, and Robots. And I think that's like almost, it might be like the same type of show, except these ones from on the show Love, Death, and Robots, they're 15-minute episodes, and they're just as trippy, you know. We saw this episode where like this giant gets swept up on the ocean beach side, and, you know, society notices it, and it's like a big spectacle, you know, and people aren't really sure how to like understand it or accept it, but it just ends up being like, it just ends up coming and going, you know, like anything. It came, you know, people walked all over the body, took pictures. They even sprayed, they were fucking tagging on the body at one point. And then little by little, the humans were breaking it down, cutting pieces of the body off, and it was crazy. It's interesting. It was a 15-minute little show. I thought it was cool, you know, that we've seen like at least 4 of the episodes on Love, Death, and Robots, and I think they're all pretty dope. But yeah, just, you know, just a couple suggestions there for you. My girlfriend, she's watching RuPaul's All-Star Drag Race, and, you know, she wants me to watch that shit with her, you know, and Here we go again with guys looking like girls and wanting to slap their asses. We don't know why, but they got titties and lipstick, so. But I watch it with her, and it's a funny show. It's fun. I got to give it up, They have dick jokes, gay jokes, butt plug jokes, all that, It's a funny show, and I guess to make it more interesting, I decided, because they have challenges, we're going to start betting. We're going to make this show interesting, So I think they have I want to say 5 challenges for every episode, and we might bet 50 cents or 75 cents for every challenge. That could, who knows what that comes out to, but $2 or something. But it's a cool show, We're always trying to see what's up with new stuff, but yeah, man. Some crazy shit, dude. And we're going to Texas this weekend. Texas. Sorry. I guess I want to be a school shooter now. I meant Tennessee. We're going to Tennessee this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday will be their Friday night. Not going to be doing any shows. I got to go see my niece get married. She's getting married. That's going to be cool. It's going to be nice. I'm not going to lie. It got in the way of a lot of things. But it's okay. I got to support my family. We'll be back Sunday, and I got some shows coming up. I just talked to a comedian friend of mine. He might be throwing a show at the Improv this coming up Thursday, not tomorrow, but this next Thursday. And he asked me if I would like to be on it. He's going to keep me posted, and I will keep you guys posted. And like I said, my Instagram is no longer the same thing. It's not Russell N90 anymore. It's gone. That one's gone. Okay. It's now Russ Comedy. So you guys, if you want to see more of my shit, it's going to be on that new Instagram, and I'll be posting up the shows. So, look out for it. I could be doing one on the 9th, which I think is a Thursday. It could be at the Improv. I have another show on the 12th. I don't have any of the info just yet on these shows. Sometimes these bookers, they lag it on the info. And honestly, because the stupid Instagram hack thing, I have to go back and refollow everybody and all that stuff. So 9th, I could be at the Improv. I'll keep you guys posted. Watch out on my Instagram. The 12th, I have another show with the Erin. I don't remember her name. Erin something. She has her show called the Deadpan Comedy Show. I'll put all this information down there. And then on the 17th, I'll be performing at the Hollywood Comedy. Like I said, I don't know any of the specific times. I don't have any of it. Hopefully by next week I could post it all up so you guys could see what's up. I'll have all the dates and everything. But yeah, I think that's it for today. It was another successful day, even though I had a little setback earlier. I hope this doesn't affect much. I doubt it will. But yeah, thank you guys again. I love you all. Peace.